Namaste students. Today's our topic is appropriate government's power. The power of appropriate government. The central government is appropriate government for the industries which are carried on by or under the authority of central government by a railway company, a controlled industry specified for this purpose in relation to certain industry enumerated in section 2A of the act, and transport services or a banking or an insurance company, a mine, an oil field, cantonment board or a major port, and company in which not less than 51% of the aid-up share capital is held by the central government, or any corporation not being a corporation referred to in this clause established by or under any law made by parliament or the central public sector undertaking, subsidiary companies set up by the principal undertaking and autonomous body on or controlled by the central government, and in relation to any industrial dispute including the state public sector undertaking, subsidiary company set up by the principal undertaking. Subsidiary companies set up by the principal undertaking and autonomous bodies on or controlled by the state government. The state government provided that in case of a dispute between a contractor and the contract labor employed through the contractor in any industrial establishment where such dispute first arose, the appropriate government shall be central government of their state government, as the case may be, which has control over such industrial establishment. These are the power of appropriate government. Appropriate government the Industrial Dispute Act has made provision for the investigation and settlement of industrial disputes and for certain other purpose. It provides for special machinery for conciliation officers, work committees, court of inquiry, labor court, industrial tribunals, national tribunals, define their powers, function and duty, and also the procedure to be followed by them. It also enumerates the contingencies when a strike or lockout can be lawfully resorted to, when they can be declared illegal or unlawful, condition for laying off, retrenchment, discharging or dismissing a workman, circumstances under which an industrial can be closed down, and several other matters related to industrial employees and employer. As per the provision of the Industrial Dispute Act 1947, when conciliation fails to be an amicable settlement of the dispute, the conciliation officer has submit a failure report the appropriate government with its own view for reference. The appropriate government, after proper examination of the failure report, refers it either to the labor court or to the industrial tribunal for promoting a settlement of the dispute under section 10 of the Industrial Dispute Act 1947. The appropriate government enjoy discretionary power to refer an industrial dispute to the court or tribunal. The law prescribes 5 major provisions for reference to a dispute. By the first provision, the appropriate government has been granted with the liberty to make the reference to a labor court if the matters come under schedule. Secondly, the government has been granted with further power of referring the dispute of labor court even if comes under schedule. Third, ID Act, provided the dispute relates to less than 100 workers, usually the matters unscheduled pass under the jurisdiction of the tribunal. Thirdly, where the dispute relates to public utility services and strikes.